All right, we're going to return to the breaking news from the top of our newscast that's coming out of Caribou County right now. That fire that we spoke of has affected, again, 2 homes, 2 vacant buildings in the small town of Bancroft.
All right, now you're looking at photos of the fire from the Idaho Enterprise newspaper in Caribou County. We have the paper's editor, Brandon Hall, on the line. Now, Brandon, we understand this started as a house fire and spread to other buildings?
Yeah, that's right. It was about 2 o'clock. I was coming down Fish Creek, and someone called me, said, you might want to get over here. There's a fire. By 2:30, it had spread to a couple more houses.
So who's on the scene right now fighting that fire? What kind of resources do you have?
Well, I had to step away for a little bit, but the last time I was there, which was fairly recently, it was multi-agency. The sheriff was out, the Caribou County Sheriff, Bancroft Fire Department, Soda Springs Fire Department was on scene, the County Fire Department, the Grace Fire Department, I believe. So the response is pretty significant. Soda Springs Police are out there as well.
Can you tell us, if you're aware at this point, if those fires have now been extinguished or if they continue to burn?
As I left, they were decreasing. A plane flew over, so they have been dropping retardant on the fire. They have been fighting it for at least the last 3-4 hours almost at this point. So I believe that it's under a lot more control than it was, but I haven't visually looked at it for the last little bit here.
Now, Brandon, we understand that the residents in the area are being asked to turn off their water so that they can get more pressure for the crews working on that fire. Is that correct?
Yeah, that alert went out through the agency alert system at about 2:30, 2:45, something like that. Yes, that's right.
So how much has burned? What exactly has been affected?
Well, the original structure that first started, as far as anyone knows, is more or less completely gone at this point. That essentially started a fire across the street, and that one they had been fighting pretty fiercely. The structure just down the road, I think, is probably a loss as well. The Lions building and a set of apartments behind it, from what I understand. I think there's going to be a lot of devastation, a lot of damage to certainly those structures, if not more, as it goes on.
To your recollection, Brandon, has anything like this ever happened in Bancroft before?
I don't know the deep history of Bancroft at this point. My beat covers a lot of towns, but I don't think so. I think this is going to be a fairly significant event in the life of the town. It's certainly going to be devastating for people on the scene. The main street in Bancroft where this fire happened, basically this is right in between North Gem High School and the post office, so it's going to be pretty significant.
All right, let's talk about that a little bit more. You talked about the devastation on the community. What is the feeling right now in Bancroft?
Certainly a lack of ability to process it, I think, to some extent. I mean, it's a major conflagration, and so everyone, in town was out in the street watching this, helping out. And I should say, I want to step back and say, people were immediately jumping in. This is a small town with a huge community investment. Everyone was wanting to help, trying to help, seeing what they could do, et cetera, et cetera. And you'll see, as we roll pictures out, there are people from every place you can imagine helping out here. But it's going to certainly affect every single person, I would think.
All right, Brandon, thank you so much for talking with us tonight, letting us know what is going on, and of course we'll be talking to you again a little bit later. Thank you so much for the information and for joining us tonight. And for more information, you can find this story on our website, localnews8.com.